everyone. Today's topic is purity contrast. We often see people wearing bright colors, and we usually say their clothing is very vibrant. Or people dressing in dull colors, and we might say their clothes have no color. This is what we mean by purity. Now, we will learn it from the following four aspects. First, the basic concept of purity contrast. Second, the basic types of purity contrast. Third, demonstration exercises. Fourth, a summary of the lesson and assignments. What is purity? Purity refers to the brightness or saturation of a color, also known as chroma. The purity of the three primary colors is the highest, followed by the secondary colors, with tertiary colors gradually decreasing in purity. The higher the purity of a color, the clearer its hue trend. Conversely, colors with lower purity have a weaker hue trend. When the purity of a color decreases to zero, it becomes an achromatic color, like black, white, and gray. Combining two or more colors of different purities can create a contrast of brightness or muddiness, which we call purity contrast. In short, it's a contrast relationship formed by the difference in purity. What are the factors affecting the purity of colors? Let me introduce them to you. There are three ways. Firstly, adding achromatic colors, black, white, and gray, to change the purity of colors. It's important to know that adding black or white can change the brightness along with purity. Which will affect your assessment of the purity. So it's recommended to use gray of the same brightness to gradually decrease the purity. Secondly, adding complementary colors of the same brightness to the color can maintain its brightness, while gradually reducing its purity. Thirdly, mixing in other colors, such as contrasting colors of the same brightness or another color of the same brightness, can change its purity while maintaining its brightness. It should be noted that during the process of changing the purity of a color, whether by adding white, gray, or black, the temperature of the color may change to some extent. Generally, cool colors will become slightly warmer, while warm color will become slightly cooler. Similarly, adding gray of the same brightness to the color, we can divide the color into 9 levels. As shown, colors in levels 7 to 9 have high chroma, in levels 4 to 6 have medium chroma, and in levels 1 to 3 have low chroma. The purity of black, white, and gray is 0. That is, they have no purity. Like the brightness contrast, we can categorize these colors into 3 main types of chroma and 9 types of contrast. Based on this, there are 4 types of purity contrast: the contrast of high chroma, the contrast of medium chroma, the contrast of low chroma, and the contrast of bright colors and gray. What is the contrast of high chroma? When the dominant color has high purity, there is contrast of high chroma between it and the other color. Within this contrast, if the other color has low purity, then they show strong contrast. If the other color has medium purity, then they show medium contrast. If the other color has high purity, then they show weak contrast. Colors of high purity are usually vibrant and eye-catching, and thus they develop strong and vivid characteristics. But prolonged exposure to them can lead to visual fatigue. Similarly, we can develop 3 types of contrast of medium chroma. Colors in medium chroma are softer and more elegant, so they tend to be more appealing. The third one is the contrast of low chroma. Colors in low chroma are relatively moderate. If their brightness is high, they will present a more elegant feeling. The contrast of bright colors and gray refers to the contrast between achromatic colors and colors with purity. It's important to maintain consistent brightness when using this contrast in practical applications. We can start with a single color to apply the night types of purity contrast. As shown in the figure, we can see the top three pictures show the contrast of high chroma, the middle ones show the contrast of medium chroma, and the bottom ones show the contrast of low chroma. After completing this exercise, you can further explore purity contrast with multiple colors. The contrast of bright colors and gray can be considered appropriately. So, these are assignments of purity contrast. Next, let's take a look at the exercise of purity contrast. There are two steps. The first step is to choose a color and add gray of the same brightness into it, adjusting it to night levels of purity as shown in the diagram. The second step is to apply the night colors of different purity from the step 1 to an image. As shown, we can see an exercise with colors of low purity as main tone paired with colors of high purity, creating a strong contrast. That is the strong contrast of low chroma. In the same way, we can complete other types of contrast, such as the strong contrast of high chroma and the medium contrast of medium chroma. On this basis, we can have more applications, like completing a color matching exercise for an interior space based on a single color with the night types of purity contrast. So let's apply these color schemes we just discussed to actual interior spatial designs, from the simple to the complex. In the application 2, it is required to complete a color matching exercise for an interior space with multiple colors. Now, let's look at the application of purity contrast in design. Here are two completely different styles of color schemes for interior spaces. On the left, we can see a color scheme in high chroma with vibrant and bright tones, displaying a local flavor of Southeast Asian. On the right, it employs a color scheme in low purity, creating a fresh, elegant, and tranquil atmosphere in the living room. Purity contrast is also common in the appearance of buildings and some interior product designs. Pictures of these interior spaces adopt the contrast of bright colors and gray. Achromatic colors such as black, white, and gray are widely used in our daily lives. Matching them with colors of high purity makes them appear lively and bright. Colors of different purity create different visual vibes. The neutral and simple atmosphere embodied by black, white, and gray contrasts with the vibrant atmosphere created by colors of high purity. Similarly, in the appearance of buildings, we also see the use of colors. For example, the St. Basil's Cathedral in the left image uses colors of high purity, making the image in fairy tale colors, whereas the city in the right image is often referred to as a dull industrial forest of very low purity. Chinese architecture puts emphasis on color matching, especially in some classical palace buildings. Colors of pavilions like this are very dignified. In the water towns in the south of the Yangtze River, their white walls and black tiles display a unique style of vernacular delvings. Through studying and practicing the purity contrast in this lesson, hope you can grasp some methods of expressing purity contrast in spatial color matching and continue improving your assignments. That's all for today's class. Thank you. See you next time.